Rogers from Hollywood, California, with a beautiful head of hair, going against Buddy the Heartthrob Hart from Calgary. Buddy Hart, who's a dynamic young wrestler. This guy, he's a comer, suffering a little bit right now. Tommy Young, the referee. And while they're going at it, Billy, why don't you tell the folks about some of the matches coming up in our area.
On Monday, April the 2nd at 8 p.m., Maple Leaf Wrestling returns to the Brantford Civic Center, featuring Rufus R. Jones, Jay Youngblood, the great Kabuki, and many of the other stars of Maple Leaf Wrestling. And on Sunday, April the 1st at 7:30 p.m. in Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens, promoter Jack Tunney has come up with another all-star card. You'll see such stars as Brickhouse Brown, Pistol Pez Watley, the great Kabuki, the Destroyer. In tag action, Jay Youngblood and Johnny Weaver take on the K Brothers. In a North American title match, Leo Burke goes up against Buddy Hart. And topping it off, a captain's match. The Assassins, 1 and 2, with Paul Jones, take on the Boogie Woogie Man, Handsome Jimmy, Dory Funk Jr., and Rufus R. Jones. Remember, this great card all takes place on Sunday, April the 1st, 7:30 p.m. in Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens.
Well, it was all Buddy Hart there at the outset of this match, but Goldie Rogers has come back and just pulled the old slingshot there. But oh, look at there. I mean, a shot to the midriff from Buddy Hart. There's one right on the chin. Whoa!
Oh, and another good forearm smash by Buddy Hart. Reaches down and grabs a handful of hair, pulls him up by the hair.
That was handy.
Uses a few of the tactics of Goldie Rogers. Hart moves in, goes for the figure four. Down he goes. He's got the figure four applied, and I think we're going to see a fall right here for sure, because when you get that applied properly right in the middle of the ring, and there's the bell on this one. So, in our curfew match, Buddy Hart. Buddy Hart goes up one fall.
Well, we've got another minute and a half, so if Goldie Rogers is going to make a comeback, he better get cracking.
Yes, he better get moving.
He's not quite ready.
However, no doubt his legs right now, he doesn't have too much feeling in him, and Buddy Hart not wasting any time, puts that leg over that second rope, starts to kick away on it.
Tommy Young keeping an eye on this. Not going to miss a trick. Is he going to go for this again? Tie him up again? The crowd says yes, but no, he stomps on his midriff.
Well, Buddy Hart really putting the boots to this Goldie Rogers.
Well, Buddy Hart is not fooling around. He comes out, he gets to work right away. Oh! Are we going to see a KO here?
Well, if it keeps up this way, we could very easily have one. Hart gets into position for a suplex. Up he goes, down goes Rogers. Hart on top, and about 2 3/4.
Well,
Goldie Rogers
picked up
is going to have a tough time pulling this one out, Mike. He's probably got less than a minute remaining in this match.
He's taking a terrific beating from Buddy Hart.
Well, and there's the bell, Mike, so it's all over. And there we see Tommy Young raises the hand of Buddy Heartthrob Hart, the winner. Buddy Heartthrob Hart.
High-speed Buddy Hart, who's referred to as the Heartthrob, gets Kurt von Hess from Germany. Now, von Hess is carrying 30 extra pounds. That's 30 pounds more than Buddy Hart. And, oh, what a super move. Von Hess trying to drive him into the turnbuckle, and Hart grabs the top rope, comes back, gives him what was sort of an upside-down drop kick. That was lovely stuff. Smooth. Nice to look. Whoa, look out. Von Hess using that extra weight.
Good move by Buddy Hart. Rolls the big man from Germany up. And just like that, this one's over before it almost got started.
I mean, slick. This Buddy Hart is really an exciting, very exciting wrestler. Tommy Hart raises his arm, and that is the first. Ooh.
Winner of this one, Buddy Heartthrob Hart.
Well, Buddy Hart from Calgary go against Ludger Proulx of Montreal, if you like. And Terry Erickson just reminding them about hair pulling and all the other nasty things that hardly ever happen on Maple Leaf Wrestling at all. And Buddy Hart's the kind of guy who gets right to business, and there he is.
Yes, well, he's an aggressive young wrestler, and he's got one thing in mind. I'm sure that he's looking past Ludger Proulx right now, hoping that he's going to be able to beat him. The only fellow he's thinking of right now is Leo Burke, the North American champion. And he's sure that he said, the next time I get him, he's going to win that North American title. Well, we'll find out whether he can do that tomorrow night.
Well, I don't think there'll be any interference this time. Anyway, while these guys are going at it in the ring, Billy, you bring the folks up to date on matches they can expect to see in their area.
I'd like to remind all our fans in the Kingston area and also our good friends over on the U.S. side that Maple Leaf Wrestling will return to the Kingston Memorial Center next Tuesday, May the 15th at 8 p.m. And this coming Monday, May the 14th, we'll be in the Garden City Arena in St. Catharines. But tomorrow night at 8 p.m. in Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens, promoter Jack Tunney presents another all-star card. In tag action, the Destroyer and Doug Bynes take on Pistol Pez Watley and Vinnie Valentino. In a Canadian TV title match, Tony Cannonball Parisi takes on Don Kernodle. In a North American title match, Leo Burke, the champion, puts his title on the line against Buddy Hart. Rudy Kay will be handcuffed to Johnny Weaver. And the big main event, Angelo King Kong Mosca and his son Angelo Jr. take on the Great Kabuki and Ivan Koloff. Now remember, that all takes place tomorrow night at 8 p.m. in Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens.
Terry Erickson right on top of things there and admonishing Ludger Proulx for the choke on Buddy Hart as he had him up against the ropes. And I think this will make Buddy annoyed, and he's not the kind of guy to get annoyed at you, particularly when you're in that ring. Bang goes the head onto the turnbuckle. Woo! And a shot to the midriff. He should not have done the choking. Oh, look out.
Oh. Comes down with a leg right across the throat area and goes for the pin. Terry Yorkston's right there, but only enough for a 2 count. Buddy Hart has turned it around now on Ludger Proulx. Sets him up for a small package, rolls him up, and another one. Oh, just a 1 count that time. Very close. Sometimes you can catch your opponent by surprise, roll him up in what we call that small package hold, and get a fast 1, 2, 3 on him. However, that time it didn't go that way for Buddy Hart.
Yeah, when they roll them up like that and get those shoulders on the mat, as you well know, far better than I, that's a tough proposition for the man who's being rolled up.
That's where you catch him completely by surprise. And Buddy Hart. Oh. Beautiful suplex by Hart. On top he goes again. 2 and 3. Ooh. If Buddy Hart had hit him 3 inches further into the ring, he would have been the new North American champion. Shoulder block there. Buddy Hart goes out on the ramp. Leo Burke down on the inside of the ring. Burke now out on the ramp. Throws a hard shot to the head of Buddy Hart. Wayne Cashman giving both men the... Oh! And Leo Burke went for a shoulder block, hoping to knock Buddy Hart off the ring apron. Buddy Hart dropped just in time. Leo Burke went right into that steel post with his shoulder.
I'll tell you.
And that certainly took a lot of the wind out of his sails. And now Buddy Hart goes to work.
Well, Buddy Hart has got to, there's no question he has the advantage at this very moment in time, because that was a terrific move that Hart did, getting out of the way like that, and Burke going right into that steel post. I mean, he took a terrific shot.
He certainly did.
And right there, he
right now,
managed to drop Hart.
Yes.
And the tables will turn.
Give him a reverse.
The tide changes.
That's right. He turned the tables around. And now Leo Burke is outside. He's going to go up on the top rope. However, Buddy Hart recovered enough to where Leo Burke changed his mind. Drops the knee right to the head of Buddy Hart. Backs off. Drops another one to the forehead of Buddy Hart.
What Leo had in mind was to climb up the outside and get on the top rope and really drive home.
Well, he
back outside again. Taking his time.
Cashman is
Here he
counting.
goes. Well, he started up once again. He says, no, I got to come back in. Give him a little more punishment.
The big body
Hard
slap.
up. Ooh.
Now, is that enough so he can get up on that top rope?
Out he goes once again, Mike. And is he going to go up on the top this time?
He's going to try it.
Wayne Cashman reminds him about the count. However, he is allowed to come out the top. And Buddy Hart gets to his feet. And slams him in off the top turnbuckle. Oh. And there we see Leo Burke begging Buddy Hart once again. Buddy Hart picks him up, has him, and gives him a pile driver. Rolls him over, goes on top. 1, 2, 2.5, and the foot goes over the bottom rope once again, Mike.
I'll tell you, I would have liked to have him out at the farm with Leo's head helping me put in those corner posts where we put new fence in. I'll tell you that. Boy, did he give him something there. And that's down on that canvas, and that is some kind of hard. And there's Leo with the foot on the rope. And I'll tell you, like you've pointed out a couple of times already, Billy, if he didn't have that foot on the rope, this match would be over, and he'd be the North American champion.
And Buddy Hart on the outside now. Pulls Burke out to the ring post and wraps that leg around that steel post.
And the crowd loves it.
Time, and the fans say, yes, sir. Give him another one.
Give him everything you got.
Give him 2. Give him 3. Leo Burke falls into the middle of the ring. Buddy Hart goes in, takes his time, goes to work on the leg. In the middle of the ring.
I mean, he's going to soften up Leo Burke. He worked his leg on that corner post. Now he's got the arm drop on it. Now he's tying him up.
Goes in. He's going for the figure 4.
He got it.
And in comes the Professor. However,
one of the K-brothers
catch him, and Leo Burke catches Hart with a drop kick from the back. There's the Professor. He's at ringside, has come out to help Leo Burke. Leo Burke now going to work on Buddy Hart. And there we see the Professor holds the leg on Buddy Hart. Leo Burke on top. Got the 3 count.